The Enhanced TOEFL Speaking test has two sections. The first includes 7 listen and repeat prompts. The second section, we'll talk about this one now, includes 4 interview questions. These two parts together measure how well you can process, recall, and produce spoken English naturally under time constraints without notes or really advanced preparation. This interview task is the final part of the test. Okay. It's presented as a short kind of mock research interview. There's a little video
Thank you for joining today.
interviewer asking you questions. It's scored by machine, it's scored by AI, not by human raters. You'll hear 4 questions, one at a time. You'll have no preparation time and 45 seconds to respond to each. So let's understand the flow. The interview follows a logical progression that you can anticipate before it all begins from the instructions. You should be able to predict where the interview is going. This is very helpful right from the instruction screen. Have a look. Okay, so that one line tells you how to frame your thinking right out of the gate, right? The questions will move through time and complexity, beginning typically with a personal experience question, then a preference, then an opinion, and then finally a prediction. This is typically the flow of this task. From my analysis of the tests that are out there in the public domain, this is how I think the task is going to unfold. I'll just play 4 prompts for you right in a row. Listen.
Thank you for joining today. Tell me about your most memorable learning experience and why it was important to you. I see. Some people prefer to study alone, while others prefer group study. Which do you prefer and why? Good points. Many educators believe that technology is changing how students learn. Do you think technology makes learning more effective or creates distractions? Please explain your reasoning. Interesting perspective. Looking ahead, what role do you think artificial intelligence will play in education, and how should students prepare for these changes?
So, how do you answer these, right? Well, each question includes what I'm calling a sweet spot. This is the phrase that should unlock the direction for your answer. So, you spot it early, quickly, right? So, your mind has something to grab when the timer starts. Example, the most memorable learning experience. So, I go straight into a story from my past, right? Prefer to study alone or in a group. I choose immediately, right? I don't sit on the fence on this one. I just have an opinion, a strong opinion. I don't compare technology and learning. I focus on one practical example here, how it helps or maybe distracts, right? The role of AI in education. I pick one benefit and one challenge. This is maybe an explanation with an example type of idea, right? When you identify these sweet spots inside the prompt, your brain starts producing ideas faster. You will avoid freezing, and your response should stay focused. Remember, you got to practice. This is a skill, right? So, how is this scored? Well, your score is based on measurable speech features, not your ideas, right? You're not being evaluated on the quality of your ideas. It's really about the quality of your English, okay? The system is going to evaluate your fluency, your speaking rate, your pausing, which is highly correlated to your speaking rate, your pronunciation accuracy, certainly in the interview task, your grammar and vocab range, your prosody, okay? This is your natural rhythm, your pitch, your word stress, syllable stress. All of these are going to combine into a 0 to 5 interview score. Here's the rubric. So we're going to give you lots of data points so you're going to be able to figure out from the data feedback what you need to work on, where you're falling short, okay? For now, all you need to know is that there's no prep time in the test, so your preparation has to train spontaneity, okay? Practice full interviews. Track your fluency data after each session on My Speaking Score. Check your speaking rate, pause frequency, pronunciation accuracy. I believe that pronunciation is going to play a much bigger role here, right? So if you have a strong accent, we got to figure out how we can get that reduced, right? How you can smooth out that accent and improve your pronunciation and intelligibility. This is what the new AI is going to be measuring, and it's what you must improve if you're chasing that high TOEFL speaking score. At My Speaking Score, you can take real practice interview tasks that mirror the real test, and you can see your fluency data instantly. You can see your score instantly at the task level, at the section level. I've already built 15 full interview sets so far, more on the way, and each will be scored with the same quantitative features used in the real enhanced TOEFL, in the official test, okay? Because when you measure your performance, you track your data, that's how you get better, and that's how you get that high TOEFL speaking score.